Yeah, so today's topic is narrate and experience. Now, this is something you get in the writing section of your exam for 5 marks. Again, every writing piece is just for 5 marks only. So, let's begin with the most basic question. What is experience narration? Right? As the name suggests, um, you have experienced something in the past and you're just narrating the story to someone else. You remember we just finished that chapter in English, um, 3.2, I think it's called How I Met, The Night I Met Einstein. So in that chapter also, in that story also, the writer is narrating an experience of how he met Einstein one night, and he's telling you the whole experience that he had. So there are a lot of details in it. It is always the experiences of the writer himself, so it is in first person. He's speaking in first person. So these are some of the things that you have to keep in mind for experience narration. Let's go through the 3 points given here. First, in a narrative story or experience narration, one and the same thing. So in a narrative story, you often tell a story based on your personal experiences. You can think of something that happened in your past, um, and you can write it as your narration of the experience. Second point, even if the story is imaginary, let's say whatever topic we have given you in the question paper, it's not something you have experienced. So even if you are making up the story on the spot for the examination, that's okay, but you still have to use first person. So I experienced it, I was going through this, I faced this. It will always be I, me, my.
Hello, teacher.
Haan, Athar?
Teacher, in narration we have to use all the past tense, na?
Yes, always past tense. Why would you use past tense? What is the logic behind it?
Because we have done that particular action in past.
Exactly. It is an experience you have already had. हो चुका है वो. So you will always use past tense. And to keep things really easy and not making things complex, just use simple past tense. Okay, don't go into past perfect or anything. Easy, simple past tense use karna maximum possible. So that's the second point. And third point says a narrative story uses all the story writing elements. So we have done story writing before also. You have been doing it since I don't know which class. But all the elements remain the same. So there has to be a beginning, a middle section, an ending, plot will be there, some characters will be there, a scene setting will be there, there will be a climax of the whole story, and then everything will come together in the end as a resolution. Okay, so the elements remain the same in story writing and experience narration. Am I clear so far? Is it okay? Can I move on? Give me a thumbs up in the chat box. If it's clear, give a thumbs up. Otherwise, you can ask your doubts. Thank you, Athar. Thank you, Shubham, Anand, Sakshi. Waiting for others to respond. If you have doubts, you can ask. If you have understood, send a thumbs up. Thank you, Siddesh, Devi, Harsh, Bhumi. All right, then I am going to move on. So, if you look at this third point, it says narrative story or the experience narration. It uses the same elements or it has the same elements of a story writing. Then naturally, my next question is, what is the difference between an experience narration and story writing? Both of these you will get in the examination. Um, it's an or question, I think. So it will be in the same question. Either you do story writing or narrate an experience. So both of these again will be for 5 marks. So what is the difference between these two? You can type, you can unmute and answer, whatever you choose. Story writing can be of imagination, whereas experience is This is Shubham Patil. He is writing. Story writing can be of imagination, whereas experience narration is something from your experience. But again, one point comes that you might not have had that experience. So in the exam, you might have to make up a story. या कुछ हुआ था उसमें थोड़ा और imaginary add करके then you are making up the narration. So that is also
Just
that also
story
happens.
writing can be third person.
Story writing can be third person. All right. Sakshi says narration meaning that we experience and story is something we make. So same as Shubham Patil has said. So experience narration is something that you have personally experienced in the past and you are sharing that story. Whereas story writing will be you're making up things. Others, please quickly respond. What do you think is the difference between these two? We already know they are for the same number of marks. 5 marks ka hi hoga. Do you think there is any difference in the format of it? Or the structure or the language or the content?
Teacher means in experience we write our own experience, and in story we sometimes we write actual story.
Actual stories. Okay, so stories which already exist versus your own experiences. Again, I think that's more of the same point,
Hello.
right?
Hello, teacher.
Sir.
Teacher, in experience narration, we have to always write past tense, and in storytelling, we can add present, future, past.
Okay. Aditya says we can score more in narrative story. That's up to you. How well you write. That will be up to you based on the language and content. All right. So let's look at the answer. Very easy. Siddesh got the answer right. Story writing will be in third person, but experience will be always in first person. That's the only difference really. Now, even in story writing, you can write something from your own past. You just have to use third person characters for that. So story writing में I लिखने की जगह, even if it has happened in your past, you can give false names. Chiku, Pinku, Chinky, कुछ भी ऐसे नाम लिख के, no, actually please don't use these names. Use some better of names. And giving fake names, you can change the characters and thus form a story. Whereas in experience narration, it will always be in first person, you are saying it. So even if the experience has actually really happened in your life, or even if you are making it up, nobody is going to check that. But only thing that matters is one will be in first person and other one will be in third person. So story writing always in third person. I'm making up characters. I'm saying he, she, it. Whereas in experience narration, I'm always using I, me, mine. I'm talking about myself. I hope that's clear. Other than that, the format, structure, everything will be exactly the same. So we will do the format and structure afterwards. How many marks for each part? We will look at that as well. All right, can we move on? I think this is pretty much clear. There was just one point. Right, then going on to elements of a narrative. So if we are doing a narrative story or experience, narrate an experience. So what are the elements? What are the things that I have to mention while writing it? Couple of points given on the screen. You can quickly read through it. And I think this is very common sense wala cheez. The first is it is usually told chronologically. So if I am writing about the time, let's say for example, my first day in college, if that is the topic given to me, then I will write chronologically. ऐसा नहीं कि the first day of my college ended really well, but in the morning I woke up. So I won't go आगे पीछे. I will just write it sequence wise. Chronologically means sequence wise. सबसे पहले ये हुआ, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened. That is how I'm going to do it. So one thing of a narrative you always keep in mind, it has to be chronological in order of how the events happen. Second thing, it may use dialogues in double inverted commas. So you can write dialogues in it in the form of direct speech. So I told my teacher comma, and then open double inverted commas. Good morning, ma'am. I am Ronita. So this is a dialogue that I'm giving. It's in direct speech. That can be done in experience narration. Then the third point, it's written with details and descriptions to involve the reader. You have to make it interesting. How to make it interesting, we will go on to that later. But you have to give some details about the character whom you are talking about. So about yourself or about the scene, you have to give some details so that the reader feels more interested and more invested. Oh, what will happen next? Let's find out. So the reader has to be involved in the writing. And fourth point says all these details relate in some way to the given opening or ending. Now, I don't know how many of you remember this, but narrating an experience, for this, you will normally be given an opening or an ending. So the first line will be given, for example, the one that I was just talking about, the first day in my college. So this will be the first line given to you. And then you have to write the whole experience based on that. So that first line you have to use in your writing. It's not optional. Usko use karna hi hai. Similarly, you might be given an ending also. So last line will be given to you, and that is how I met my best friend. Let's say that is the ending line. So you have to write the whole experience, which will lead on to the event of meeting your best friend. So you have to keep those given lines, either it is the beginning, opening, or the ending. You have to keep that in mind, and the whole narration has to go according to that only. Okay, ऐसा अपने मन से कुछ भी नहीं start कर देना. So these are your few elements of the narrative. We will look at this a little bit more in detail through a graph. If you can see on your
Teacher,
screen.
I have a doubt.
Yes, Siddesh.
So can you go back?
Oh. Tell me.
So teacher, in the first point, there is usually. Usually means generally. Generally means most of the cases.
Yeah.
So by the meaning, it can, my narrative story also can be non-chronological, right?
It can be, but try to make it chronological. I always feel when it is a narration of your own experience, it makes the most sense if you're doing it chronologically, because then the suspense is built. When you experience something in your life, let's say, think about the time you lost a very expensive thing. Okay, then think of that time. If I don't do it chronologically, and if I say that I found out my thing in the evening, but this is what happened in the morning. If I start with this sentence, it will not make a lot of, it will not create a lot of suspense. Whereas a narration, an experience, if I always tell you in order, this is what happened, after that this happened, I don't know what was going to happen, but finally it got resolved. If I tell you in that order, it will always build more suspense, and that is how you captivate the readers. Unko pakad ke rakhna hai. So I think chronologically always makes more sense. So try to do that. If you feel otherwise it makes it's more interesting to you, then go ahead, you can do that also. I hope I made some sense, Siddesh.
Hello, Ronita teacher.
Sir.
Teacher, if suppose they have given us a particular topic, and in the narration time, if something had happened funny with us at that story, then they will cut our marks.
No, why?
Because
Why
they will say that.
See, suspense is
Okay.
not always कि अरे कुछ serious होगा. Suspense can be in a comedy story also. The climax will just be something really funny. So funny elements are also most welcome. It always works. Any other doubts? If you have, I'll wait 10 seconds, then I'll move on. All right, moving on. Okay, one thing before I move on, because we after the class I always share the PDFs. Since yesterday I'm also uploading the whole recording of the lecture, so that's why you don't really have to write anything in the during the class, right? But afterwards, when you're revising or when you're doing the homework, I will always encourage you to take notes. Whatever you find important in this presentation, in the slide, always take notes and write them in your notebook. Otherwise, year end tak notebook mein homework ke alawa kuch nahi hoga. There has to be some material also. So I would encourage, if you take notes, it will also be easier for you when you prepare for a test. बार बार आपको presentation नहीं खोलना पड़ेगा. You can straight away look into the notebook for your notes. Okay, so keep that in mind. Moving on, let's look at the graph of how our story progresses. Right? कैसे आगे बढ़ता है वो हम देखेंगे. Someone please tell me, is Bhumika on this call? Oh no, Pranali is there. Na Pranali, please make sure when the class, before the class ends,
teacher.
take screenshot. Oh, Bhumika is also here. Any one of you can take the screenshot before the class ends.
Teacher, okay.
All right, thank you. Yes. So
Teacher,
this.
teacher.
Yes.
You are sending that recording on group. Hello, teacher.
Yes, I uploaded it on YouTube yesterday.
Teacher,
I have
but
a
I
YouTube channel.
received that recordings.
The link is on the group. You can check on the SST group.
Okay, teacher.
All right. Okay, so on your screen, you can see the story arc. So this is something which is always useful for story writing also, for experience narration also. So for both things, you can use the same kind of format. As we discussed earlier, only difference in the two is third person and first person. Right. Apart from that, the structure, form, everything will be the same. So this is something, this graph you can use in both experience narration and story writing. Now let's go through the graph so that we understand it a little bit better. First word it says, so there are four main components. One is this exposition, then you have conflict, then you have the climax, and then you have the resolution. Now let's understand what these are. Exposition is your setting basically. So when you start a story, you have to know about who the character is, what is going on in the surrounding of the character, what is the setting of the story. You have to know that. So that is the exposition or the setting. So background information about the protagonist or the main character in normal life. So you're giving information about the main character, you're giving information about what is going on right now in the scene setting. That is your exposition. After that comes the conflict. मतलब कुछ एक problem हुआ story में जिस वजह से अब interest बढ़ेगा धीरे धीरे, right? The protagonist, the main character has faced some problem. So that conflict actually becomes the base of your story or your narration. कि if there is no conflict, otherwise why will people even hear it? तो कुछ हुआ, कुछ important event हुआ, that is the problem that arises and that becomes your conflict. Now, to reach the climax, the conflict has to go on increasing. Climax मतलब अरे अब इतना problem हो गया है and then suddenly something, a turning point comes in the story. So the conflict has to keep on increasing, और problem बढ़ता जा रहा है and then you finally reach the climax. So conflict to climax जाने के लिए we need a rise in action. Now once you reach the climax, वहाँ पे कुछ ऐसा होता है. In movies also you have seen climax scene में एकदम से story पलट गई और suddenly you get a twisting turning point in the story, something you never thought would happen. So something unexpected happens in the story. That's your climax. And then comes your resolution, where you come down back to the story, you tie all the loose ends. मतलब ending कैसे, climax के बाद क्या हुआ, how did the issue resolve itself, or how did you resolve the issue. So climax के बाद जो कुछ होता है, that comes under the part of resolution, which means we should not abruptly start and end the story. एकदम से शुरू एकदम से खत्म नहीं करना है. There is an exposition part where you set the scene, where you describe the character. Then comes the main problem of the story around which the story is based. Then the problem keeps on rising till you reach the climax bit of it. फिर एकदम से story में turn आया, and then you reach the resolution part कि खत्म कैसे हुआ. So 2 lines to just quickly tie everything together, that after the climax this happened. That's how we end it. I know it can be a little bit confusing right now, so we will do a couple of exercises to make this more clear. But before we go on, I need to understand how clear is it in your head right now, this graph that is in front of you. How clear is your understanding on it? You can rate on a scale of 0 to 5. Type in the chat box. 0 being अरे मेरे को तो कुछ नहीं समझ आया टीचर क्या बकबक कर रही है, and 5 being yes, I have a good understanding of the elements of a story. You can start rating 0 to 5. Atharv says 3. Oh no, Shubham Patil says -5. Achita says 4. Oh, then Shubham Patil changed 4. Okay. Sakshi middle, I'm guessing 3 then. Bhumi 3, Pranali 4, Smriti 3, Debbie says 2, Harsh Gupta says 3, 3. Okay. So let's try to increase this 3. 3 is not a bad place, but we'll try to 2, 3, all these numbers, we'll try to push them a little bit further. So right now we are only going to be working on these 4 elements. First is exposition or the scene setting. Second is after you have set the scene, then comes the conflict, then the climax and resolution. To understand it, let's take some examples. Okay, can anyone suggest a really like small story somewhere you have heard? Then I can explain it through that example. Anyone give me an example of a story?
I lost my platinum watch.
अरे don't make up the story. जो already सुन रखा है story ऐसा कुछ.
Tortoise and rabbit.
Acha, tortoise and rabbit. Okay. So how I'll just quickly narrate the story so that everyone quickly remembers what it is. So in the story, there is a tortoise and a rabbit, and they both participate in a race. Now the tortoise is a really slow animal, but the rabbit is a fast one, and he's really confident about his speed, and he thinks, oh, I will just obviously I'll win this race, and everyone else will lose. So when the race starts, the tortoise is walking really slowly, but the rabbit takes off really quick, and uska speed dekh ke everyone starts thinking, oh, there is no way we'll win, but this rabbit is definitely going to win. Now the tortoise, it's walking really slowly. It can see that it's really lagging behind, but it keeps at it. The tortoise keeps on walking and walking and walking. It's not able to run, so it keeps on walking, walking, walking. On the other hand, we can see that the rabbit, he has almost reached the end line, but he thinks, oh, I'm so ahead of everyone else, I'll just take a small nap. And then it goes to sleep, and it does not have any alarm clock or anything, so does not wake up on time. Meanwhile, the tortoise, it slowly and steadily, it has walked all the way, and finally it reaches the finish line. Once that happens, the rabbit suddenly wakes up from his sleep and realizes that he was being too confident, and now the tortoise has won the race, and he realizes his overconfidence and his mistake. This is the story, right? Now we'll try to find these 4 elements in this story.
Teacher, in exam we have to write moral also.
Now for story writing you can write, not for experience narration. Okay, so now in this tortoise and rabbit story, let's try to find these 4 elements. Exposition क्या हो जाएगा इसमें? Means the scene setting, the way I narrated it. उसमें scene setting क्या था? Anyone who can point it out? Right now I narrated the tortoise and rabbit story. Sakshi, say it again.
Teacher, forest.
Forest. So I set the scene that it was in a forest. Then Shubham Patil says characteristics, challenge between tortoise and rabbit. Exactly. So I also remember I was setting up the scene that there are these 2 animals in a forest. They are having a race. So this is the scene setup. Then I also told you that the tortoise is a really slow one, rabbit is a really fast and confident one. So that becomes the character description. This is my exposition. I have set the scene for you. Now the readers understand what is going on. Okay, they have a good understanding कि होने क्या शुरू हो रहा है story में. So that is the exposition. Then came the conflict. तो इस story में conflict या problem क्या था? You can put it in your own words. What was the conflict in this story? The race was the conflict, but what exactly in the race, what element of the race was the conflict? Characters किस चीज में conflict face कर रहे थे? हाँ, thank you Aditya. The speed, or the tortoise can't run, but the rabbit can run really fast. So the conflict came there कि rabbit फिर तो easily जीत जाएगा, and tortoise is facing so many problems, only walking at a very slow speed. So that is the conflict. Now comes the climax. What will be the climax? What is the turning point of the story? This is fairly easy. What was the turning point of the story? What was the big
Tortoise
twist
won
that
the race.
happened? The tortoise was so slowly and steadily moving, but it won the race because the rabbit went off to sleep. He was so overconfident. So the climax, something that we never imagined would happen, right? The tortoise suddenly won the race and the rabbit lost. And what was the resolution or the things that happened after the climax? क्या हुआ? मैंने ऐसा तो नहीं किया ना कि the tortoise won the race and the rabbit lost. The end of the story. No, it did not end there. उसके बाद भी there was a small portion. What was it? What was the part after the climax? Quickly, anyone can answer? The climax was tortoise won the race. But then I also mentioned one or two lines after the climax. What was that? Rabbit woke up, it got surprised. Yes, I can see in the comments one or two. Rabbit woke up, it was surprised and shocked, and it started regretting, and it realized that he was being too overconfident. So I kind of included the moral as the resolution of the story. तो एकदम से climax पे खत्म नहीं करना है. You have to come down back to the story और tie up all the loose ends. मतलब अभी भी जो story में बाकी रहेगा. Imagine if I just ended at the tortoise won the race. So immediately after that, I would have gotten questions. Then what happened to the rabbit? What did the rabbit do after that? So I have to tie up those loose ends also. Okay, the rabbit then started regretting. It saw that the tortoise won. It was really sorry for its behavior. Things like that you have to end in the, that's your resolution. Okay, and that's, as you can see in the description, a peek at how things have changed. So the rabbit felt regret. Initially, it was really confident. In the end, it is regretting its decision. And the tortoise has slowly and steadily won the race. So things have changed. So mention those changes in the end. That will be your resolution of the story. Now, can I get a quick check from 0 to 5? How well can you understand the elements of the story? Thank you, Siddesh. Very confident 5 I've got. Yes. Others? 4.5, 4, 5, 2.5. Very good. Good numbers. Keep going. 4, 4, 4, 4.5. Lovely. I'm super happy. Somebody is writing, oh, Siddesh is written, can we use a story with magical powers or only story that can be true? Anything. Story can be anything. Only make sure that you're tying it to the theme that you have been given. Agar story writing ke liye you have been given a topic, write on that. And for narrating an experience, you will always be given a beginning or an ending. So make sure you're tying everything back to that ending or starting with that beginning, always. Let's do this practice through one more example. Actually, I had 2 videos, but no worries. We'll just watch one video and we'll try to do the same exercise again. Okay, so we'll watch one video and we'll try to identify the elements. That is the setting, number 1. If you can see my mouse cursor, number 1 is the setting, then is the conflict, the climax, and then the resolution. Okay, and once we watch this video, so keep these 4 elements in mind. Once we watch the video, we will fill it in this table. Together we are going to do it. Okay, so setting, conflict, climax, and resolution. Ready, everyone? We'll watch the video. We'll think of all these 4 elements and we'll fill this together. All right. So then I am playing the video. Wait, let me share computer sound. Okay, everyone can see my screen, right? Great.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
All right, you can maximize your volume. I'll be playing this video. It's hardly for 1 minute. Okay, ready.
Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, brother, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, the sky comes falling down for you. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
All right, so that was actually an advertisement for Coca-Cola. I thought this would save time. So you can take the next 30 seconds, quickly think in your head first, what were the 4 elements of this advertisement? And after 30 seconds, we'll start filling this table. All right, let's everyone get back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, I will, for each and every element, let's hear from 3 people. So you can unmute and answer. What do you think for this video? What was the setting of the video? Any 3 people, you can unmute and answer. Okay, Aditya has written 2 brothers. Big one shows that he doesn't love the younger one. All right. 2 younger brothers. One was elder, one was younger. Someone please unmute and answer. We'd love to hear from you guys. It brings out more details when you start speaking.
Teacher, the setting was at home and outside also.
Okay, so outside was later. Initial setting will be at home only. Now, at home, what was the younger brother doing? In the first scene, what was the younger brother doing? Playing a video game. So your scene setting will be that. First, you set the scene. You will say somebody's living room or drawing room, and younger brother was playing video games. I might not write in proper grammar here because it's a small table, so don't mind. And the bigger brother, there's a older brother also. So older sibling is also there, and the older brother can be seen as a little bit of a bully because he's bullying the younger brother, snatching away the video game, doing things like that, right? So then this only leads us to the conflict. Now let's hear what the conflict will be. So our scene setting is done. There are 2 brothers in a living room. The younger one is playing video games, whereas the older brother can be seen as a little bit of a bully, a little bit bossy, and he comes and snatches the video game. That's our setting. Now conflict. Okay, Aditya says not bullying, just having fun. But clearly from the face of the younger brother, we could see that the younger one was not enjoying it, right? So the moment when one person is enjoying it, the other one is not, that becomes bullying. Friendly bullying, yes, but still bullying. That is why Aditya is defending himself. You do the same. If your brother is not enjoying it, please don't. So yes, what is the conflict then?
Teacher, conflict meaning?
Conflict is the problem that is faced by the main character. What is the problem that our main character is facing?
Teacher, that the brother was snatching everything from him that he has.
Perfect. So Debbie has written the brother takes the headphone and kicking on the spot. Yes. So the conflict is the problem faced by our main character. Now main character is from which angle I saw. I think the younger brother was the main character, but the bigger brother also had equal roles. So I can say the conflict or the problem faced by my character is that his elder brother is bullying him. He's not enjoying a lot, and then the conflict just keeps on rising. Sorry. So conflict would be getting bullied by elder brother. Now, from if you remember the graph, I'll just go back to it quickly. To go from conflict to the climax, there has to be a rise in action. So a sequence of events which shows that the problem just keeps on increasing. Now I can use the point that Debbie has written, that the headphone is being snatched, a little bit of smacking on the head, some kicking action is going on, right? So those things just mean that the event is rising and rising. The problems just keep rising. So I can write here in the bracket, problems keep rising. Now let's talk about the climax. What is the climax of this video that we just watched? Guys, you can unmute and share also.
Teacher, some boys were troubling the main character, and his brother helped him.
Correct. Same thing. Shubham Patil has also written. His brother saved him from 3 kids. Aditya also writes, some people started bullying the small one. Yes. So our climax is now this other kids and coming and bullying the main character. That is also part of the conflict. Okay, but that is the peak of the conflict. वो उसका problem इतना बढ़ गया कि bully होते होते now others people are also bullying him on the street. उससे आके उसका coke छीन लिया, right? So the climax is the turning point. What would did we ever imagine that the elder brother would just come and suddenly help him? No. So that's our turning point of the story, that the elder brother, even though he's mean to his own brother, but he will protect him from others at all costs. So the climax will be elder brother protecting the younger one from others. So that's our climax. And then what happens in the resolution? So climax में क्या हुआ? उसने उससे कोक छीना और खुद पीने के जगह he handed it over to the younger brother. So that is our climax. So I mentioned this also. Instead of drinking it himself, he returns it to his brother. And the resolution will be, let me read the chat boxes. You can unmute and answer also. Debbie says when he goes out to the smaller brothers, Coca-Cola, some big children were taking. That's the conflict part only. So Desh is writing, elder bro, अपने भाई को सिर्फ मैं परेशान कर सकता हूँ. That's the attitude for everything, isn't it? I remember back when I was in school, I used to badmouth my school so much. हर चीज में अरे स्कूल फालतू है, स्कूल में ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, टीचर्स खराब है, हमारे स्कूल में तो कोई रिसोर्सेज नहीं है. I used to do that a lot. And then one day, one of my friends, she was from a different school, she started saying the same things, and I felt like punching her. I was like, how dare you talk about my school like that? So we are always like that. We are extremely critical of the things that we own or the things that we love. And then the moment somebody else says bad about it, we start getting really defended. Anyways, getting back to the resolution bit. Aditya is writing, the brother saves his coke. This is the best relationship. Mine is also the same. I can say anything to my friends, but if anyone else, exactly, right? If anyone else comes and interferes, we'll get very angry and we'll feel like hitting them. Don't hit. Okay, so quickly, what is the resolution of the story? What happened after the climax? The ending bit. That will be our resolution. Anyone remembers what happened in the end?
They would sit together and drink it.
They don't sit together. Don't make up the story, Bhumika. I'll play it.
He just smaller brother became happy.
Yes, check the video again. I'm playing the last 20 seconds.
What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
The big brother give the Coca-Cola to the small brother and he drinks it and he be happy.
Right. So the younger brother is happy and the elder brother is still. Okay, wait, I'll read the comments.
पीछे एक कोको-कोला से बेचारा खुश हो जाता है.
So of course, होगा क्यों नहीं? Okay, Aditya is writing, big brother gave the coke to smaller brother and again he became the same brother. Exactly, in the end we saw that he again is trying to be mean to the brother. Just
Teacher.
trying to, हाँ, Nikita? Nikita sounded like a robot right now. Yes, Nikita, continue.
Teacher, I couldn't see the video and hear because so I also hear the sound of video like that, like robot, and ears also.
Oh no, that's bad. I guess there is some network problem on your end. No worries. I'll send the video. You can watch it again. So the resolution will be after everything, the brother has handed over the coke, but they still continue with that sweet, you know, friendly bullying relationship. So I'll write sweet and salty relationship continues, and the younger brother knows that he will always have the elder brother to protect him in future. You can see it in their smiles that they are there for each other. It's a true, beautiful relationship. Okay, so younger one knows that his brother what am I writing? Will always be there to protect him. Perfect. See, so these four elements you can find in any and every story. Okay, that's what makes a story a story. So without these elements, it will not really turn up so well. Now I had one more video, but I'm not going to do that with you. I will send the video to you. Try to identify it on your own. So I will give this as a homework to you. Actually, no, you don't have to write it down or anything. Just in your head, you can try to identify the four elements in that video also. Shubham Patil, you have raised your hand. You have a doubt?
No.
All right, I'm guessing that was by mistake. No worries. So for the second video also, I have made this table, but no worries. Quickly moving on to the format. What's in the chat? Today's class was really nice. I like the class. Oh, how nice. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. I think Siddesh also wrote something similar. I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying it.
Today's class was also very nice.
Nice. Very good. Okay, so quickly moving on to the mark distribution and do's and don'ts. Nothing a lot here, but just quickly going through it. We know FCL 122, that's always the division. So format for 1 mark in which you have to write the title. Now here it says 2 paragraphs, actually make it 3 paragraphs. We know introduction, middle, and then the conclusion paragraphs. So title and 3 paragraphs. Content, so what kind of a story you are writing? Are you connecting to the beginning or the ending? Are you following the 4 elements of the story? That's your content. And then language will be grammar, punctuation, vocabulary, the good words that you are using, correct spellings. That's your language. So this is the mark distribution for this 5-mark question. And the do's and don'ts are also given. So what you have to do is give a title to the story, connect it to the beginning or the end. That is always something you have to do. Use direct speech and simple past tense as much as possible to keep it easy. These are the do's. And the don'ts. Things you don't have to do is do not deviate from the theme. So whatever ending and beginning you have been given, stick to it. Okay. Don't go here and there, idhar udhar ki baatein. So make sure that your story is always connected to the beginning and the ending given in the question. Use that always. Then second point, do not begin or end abruptly. So always make sure when you start the story or narration, there is a setting, a scene setting, character setting. And then when you end, make sure there is a resolution. Ki sare issues resolved ho gaye and this is how the characters are feeling. That should be
Teacher.
there. Yes, Athar?
Teacher, they will give the words also, na, to form a story.
They will give you the beginning and ending. That's all.
No, but in some paper they give words also.
I haven't seen it for 10th standard, words being given as such. They do give points for speech writing and report writing. Other than that, for story and all, I have not seen words being given. Then the third point, do not create too many characters. So the best stories actually happen with 2 or 3 characters max. Okay. If you add too many characters, तो हर किसी का ending बताना पड़ेगा कि end में किसने ऐसा feel किया, उसने वैसा feel किया, this happened. So don't involve too many characters. And then last point, do not exceed 200 words. In the board training that I went to, they said when students are writing, it should not go more than 1.5 pages. So 1.5 pages of the board examination paper. So roughly counting, I think that becomes 200 words. Do not write more than 200 words. Checker जो है वो पढ़ेगा भी नहीं फिर उसको. All right. Okay, let's check in the comments. No, writing class is always a fun class. All right. TFI paper gives words for making stories. Well, we are not getting TFI papers anymore, no. Now it's all board aligned. And Shubham Patil says, what about Avenger movie? Too many characters. Yes, Avenger movie does have too many characters, and that is why they also have 25 plus movies to end it. Will you be writing 25 plus stories to end your narration? I don't think that will be possible. And also they have really experienced story writers. So all right, that's it about the do's and don'ts in the mark distribution. Next, I have a sample. So I want you all to read the sample on your own. We will not waste time in class right now to do this. And once you read the sample, you will get a better idea. I actually just very quickly, I pasted it here, copied and pasted it from somewhere. So I have not been able to divide it into paragraphs. I'll do that also before sending it on your group. And then you have for your homework this small practice question. So you have been given the ending here. This is how I found out that a friend in need is really a friend indeed. Now this is also something I pasted in really hurry, but I'll try to find something more interesting, and that could be your practice question. Okay. Now one more homework I want you all to do. So one homework will be read this sample and then write your own practice question, complete your own practice question. This is one
Teacher.
homework. 1 minute, Siddesh.
Teacher.
So this will be your one homework. Read the sample and write your own this practice question. And the second homework I want you to do is you have to read chapter 3.3. Don't do like last time, please. Do read the chapter 3.3 because tomorrow also we have English class and we'll be doing chapter 3.3 in that class. So I will write it to you in the PDF only, and I will send the homework on your group. I'll also be uploading this recording on your on that YouTube channel. I'll send you the link also. Okay. Right now, let me stop the recording. Then Siddesh, you can ask your question.